Hello, everybody. DM Seth here, alongside everybody's favorite crew. And when I say your name, tell me your favorite childhood TV show. Ready, Connor?
Reboot.
Oh no! I was gonna say that. Dang it! Okay, I got an up runner. I got a second place.
Okay, Adam.
Beast Wars or Beasties, depending on who owned the show.
Beasties. I loved Beasties.
Yeah, we're back.
And Jacob.
Spider Riders, obviously.
Oh.
Or Total Drama Island. I'm super into the drama.
Oh my gosh. That was
Or The Big Comfy Couch. What a classic.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, 10-second tidy. What a lie. The fast forward, looking back, it's like they lied.
Remember when she would do those like the yoga clock pose thing?
Oh yeah.
That made me uncomfortable because I'm like, that is not how a human body should bend. Man, did anybody watch like I guess we're from Canada and we had like Mr. Dress Up, right?
Oh yeah.
Instead of like Mr. Rogers.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I didn't even know that there was a difference. I never really watched it. It wasn't my thing, but
I don't know if any of our American or European or other international audience knew that Canada had its own Mr. Rogers, who did a lot of puppet work.
I was always above Sesame Street myself.
Same.
I did not like it.
Yeah, I never got into that. If we're gonna talk, like, also, I'm sure everybody would agree. Everyone on like planet Earth would agree. I don't know if it even is a kid's show, but Avatar was next level.
Classic.
I remember rewatching it. I rewatched it like 4 or 5 years ago. It holds up.
I just remember thinking, when did Caillou get powers? But yeah.
Well,
After he stopped being a little bitch.
I also last one I'll talk about, Daniel Cook.
This is Daniel Cook on a truck playing games.
Connor knows the song.
I know he's like an adult now, and I'm sure he's probably infinitely embarrassed by that time of his life. But maybe he made enough money off that to pay for school and all that stuff. So
yeah, he's probably like, yo, you can say whatever you want about me while I'm in my like 10-bedroom mansion.
I just remember it's like sometimes as a kid he was an asshole. Like people, they're like, do you like the fire truck? It's not a police car, but whatever. It's like Daniel.
Daniel Cook actually ended up going to my school, like my university. Which was funny.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that. U of T. Oh man.
Oh man, I'm just feeling so nostalgic right now. Just thinking about all these shows, like Fairly Odd Parents and like Danny Phantom. Like those are some prime TV shows. I just have so many fond memories of like cycling between the Family Channel, Teletoon, and YTV in Canada, just cycling between those 3 channels because they had the best kids shows just like throughout the week. Or racing home after school to watch Kim Possible. Like good memories. Good memories.
Let's get into this episode. No more nostalgia. Let's live in the present.
Nice.
And do some D&D.
Welcome to Nostalgia Trip, the new podcast.
Yeah, really. All right. Recap. Last time, the gang was still split, as they've been for quite a few episodes now. However, Dariun, you had been whisked away. You found a coach who was looking for some bullet pills to give their team that's playing in the Pyre Pitch game outside, like a bit of the edge that they desperately need. And you went in there posing as a bullet pill ammo salesman to escape Peterson. You ran through the gate, the dimension door, and ended up in a locker room where they thoroughly tried to investigate you, being like, where's my pills, man? And you had to cleverly navigate your way through those waters to make sure that they weren't going to do anything crazy to you. You kind of had them at a stalemate where they wanted some forms, they wanted a refund, and you were like, oh, I gotta do, the process. And just as you said that, Apophis and Bradley snuck their way into the locker room, and you pivoted and said, hey, you guys want to win your Pyre Pitch game? I got 2 star players here. Bradley and Apophis both became a part of the Pyre Pitch team after a good persuasion check. And they joined the team and went off into the field to play. And currently, Dariun has just been in the dugout, off the field, cheering on Apophis and Bradley as the score inches closer in the Pyre Pitch game. Go Basement Brouhahas. But while Darian's sporting it up, we had Norman, who was controlled by Royce. Immediately upon being summoned back into the world and Royce regaining control of your hollow body, he melted Pyro and Victor right then and there. No chance for survival. They melted as the paint people they are, and they made their way through the painting worlds to a reflection of the farm that Zippy's at. Zippy currently getting bombarded in their little bunker with magic missiles and stuff as wizard guards are trying to find the druids and stop them. Zippy found his way to the painting, saw Demon Mode Royce. Luckily, before Royce could literally annihilate them in the building with another Kaiser cannon blow, Norman regained control. And Zippy and Norman finally reunited, and they had a heart-to-heart and caught up with each other. And then brought all the druids, even Elder Mushroom, into the painted world as they closed off the exit just as the wizard guards were descending into their little bunker area. Now that they were safe and all the druids were accounted for in the painted world, Zippy and Norman went off to follow the scent of the crystal. The Beyond crystal that had been mentioned before that Royce was so adamant on destroying. Norman had kind of the scent of it now. And they followed it through the painting world solo until they came across the throne room, where Verulius sat on a throne, almost comatose. You spoke with his painted portrait version that's behind the throne, this large portrait of a younger Verulius on kind of like a Pride Rock situation. And you got some info about Verulius' backstory, a bit of why he's protecting the crystal, about what the crystal is and how it's housing the souls, and that Verulius is, keeping it together and his magic is what's holding it together. And that Verulius is not, from the painting's description, an evil man. So, but he's getting old. But as they went out into the throne room, they tried to make communication and tried to bridge that gap to Verulius and reach him wherever he's at in his comatose state. And he kind of woke up and moved and talked when he saw Zippy, mistaking him for Coco, one of his teammates on the first Grand Treasure team. And mistaking him for Coco, he was asking him about how Coco went beyond the plains to a place where Verulius wants to bring the crystal. He wants to bring all of the souls and stuff to some place where they can all be together without torment, a safe place for them to rest after they've passed. Because the deep isn't a good option, and the gods area isn't a good option either, the heavens there. So they need to go beyond. And apparently Coco, from Verulius' account, talked to a black ball bunny, similar to what Zippy's been seeing all along. And Verulius was able to act as a mediator to bridge the gap of communication between the two. And he offered to do it once more, and Zippy agreed and took Verulius' hand as the black bunny came out of the shadows and took the other. And Norman, as you were backing away from the throne, down the stairs, closer to the door that actually enters into the throne room, you can feel the pounding and scratching and clawing on your chest as Royce is eager to get out and get in control and do something with that crystal. And what a plot we have weaved together here. Jeez. Ever complex. Man, I remember when the recaps were like, yeah, guys, just jumped over some guards and you're in a forest now. But here we are. We're going to start with Norman and Zippy.
I put my good hand against my forehead like there's a pain in my mind, and I feel that pounding in my chest. I'm going to back down the stairs a couple more steps just so I can barely see the landing. And I'm just going to start whispering to myself, come, listen to the tale I know of an underdog come from below. Zip, you might want to move this along. And I'm going to take one more step down the stairs.
Zippy, you are entranced by the black ball that stands in front of you. And as you touch Verulius's hand, and you can see the black bunny touches Verulius's other hand, you kind of feel a magical aura just wash through you. And you feel as though you're connected somehow to the black ball bunny. What would you like to say?
I don't feel or see anything.
They're just standing there looking at you without a face. You know, it's just smooth.
What do we do next?
They kind of bring a finger up to their chin and they scratch it. And then they kind of like are using their hands as if they're trying to talk. And then they're looking at their hands and Verulius. And they're like, and they're like, why isn't it working? Come on. And they're like struggling to speak. And then you can start to see their face. Their faceless face starts to ripple like water, and like ferrofluid, like spikes start coming out as if it's like their face is turning into an audio wave, and they're starting to communicate in the best way they can right now with this current connection.
Why can't I get it? Hey, where's my lunch? Now that is frustrating.
What the heck? Verulius, are you sure you're mediating this well?
They speak and they're like,
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't have the power I once had. It may be a bit fuzzy.
It seems very distorted. Can we try again? Who are you? What's your name? What was that sound you were just doing right now?
If I had to put this in the simplest of detective terms, I'd say... What's your relationship status? Mine? It's complicated.
What the heck? Oh, this is great.
I don't understand. What? Verulius, we need a better connection. Can I strengthen you somehow, maybe?
You could try, but I'm doing everything I can. You might want to go quick as well with your questions, because I don't have enough power. It takes a lot to bridge this gap.
Well, can you take some power from me or something? Can you do that? Absorb some power.
Here, give me the spell slots.
how many do you want to sacrifice for time?
For time or signal strength?
Most likely time.
I don't know. I'll give him like 3 spell slots.
Okay, what level?
Oh, what level? 3 level 2 spell slots.
You feel it's like your arm is draining as the magic is being consumed into Verulius, and you can feel it. And the black ball bunny like shakes her head, and they look at you and they point at you, and as they're pointing at you, they say,
as a result,
The attic is always my favorite place to hide things.
Yeah, baby! You gotta grow in power! So, Mr. Crackshot, why's it gotta be you?
Because they say I've got special abilities that will help with
endangered by a lethal agent.
I still don't understand. please, if you had to give me one message, what would it be? I probably can't ask you much with it, going over my head, but I'm trying to understand. Who are you? Or even beyond that, just what do I need to know from our meeting right now?
They kind of are like expressing their hand in a circular motion, being like, it's kind of like this. It's hard to say like what you specifically need to do, and he's trying to find the words, and then he speaks.
How about a shanty? Yo ho ho! If we found some treasure would be fine. But if we fail, we'll say, oh well, and try another time.
Tongue so sweet it could knock me out.
Oh, honey, I'm home early from work. But dear, you've only been gone 5 minutes. Well, it's because I wanted to give you one last smooch before I headed off to work. No other reason. It's because you lost your keys again, isn't it? Of course not. But if you've seen them, I wouldn't mind knowing where they are. They're upstairs where they always are. Well, isn't that interesting? I'm going to go use the upstairs bathroom for no obvious reason. What am I to do with you?
I still don't understand. What do you want from me? Can I do anything right now?
It's kind of like thinking how to express it more. It's kind of stamping its feet. It's like, don't you get it? Like, this is like, how aren't you getting this? Like,
something about a key upstairs? Is there an upstairs?
As you say that, they speak and they say,
Yes, sir!
Okay, so there's a key upstairs. Norman, go upstairs. I need to learn more from this being here. There might be something we need upstairs. Can you find a way?
They shake their head as you say that, and they say,
Well, I just wanna say hello.
Does it need to be me then? Does it need to be me?
Yes, ma'am!
they kind of look and they're like, they make the key shape with their finger and they're like, point at you, and then they point at themselves like they're holding out their hands, and then they're bringing it back to themselves, and then they say,
I am a proud postman. I will deliver your packages. No matter how far, no matter where, I will bring them to you, the people.
Oh, jeez. You can get me the key from upstairs? You can get something from me? You're the mailman?
They kind of like shrug, and they're kind of like motioning with like, keep going with your reasoning.
Ugh, I'm the worst at this. I'm not good with puzzles. I'm sorry. I'm just lost. I'll do anything just to understand. Like, help me out. Something about keys, delivering something. I'm not sure.
They kind of sigh, and they're like, essentially, they're like, good job. And they put their hand on your shoulder, and they say,
Go on and take it, Joey Young! Keep climbing, keep climbing. Keep climbing, keep climbing. Keep climbing, keep climbing. Keep climbing, keep climbing.
Now, I don't know about you, but I could stare at the sun for hours.
Yeah, it's not something about climbing, and then to the point where like the person was looking at like a sun. Is there any like staircase in this room that seems like it goes up?
There doesn't seem to be a staircase.
Are we at like the top, presumably at the top of this castle or something?
Yeah, you could probably figure that, or reason that out. And they also said hell no when you mentioned about like going upstairs and getting something.
I don't know what this thing wants from me. Like, and I don't really want to break the link here, but I feel like we've run out of voice clips, maybe. It's Norman, it's something about going up or something upwards, and I don't know, there's like a key up there, either like I'm partially a key or something, or the
as you say you're partially a key, they speak and say, "Yes, sir." And as he's saying that, as you're saying like you upstairs, something attic, something key, you partially being a key, he seems to be pleased with that answer, and then he looks at you and he taps his wrist like there would be a watch, and he like circles it as he's like, a time away.
A time away? What does that mean?
Like we're running out of time? Is that what that means? Like,
not that it's just running out of time. He's trying to describe like whatever it is will not happen soon, or that he doesn't expect it soon.
Oh. So I'm some sort of key, and I'll need to remember that for at a later date? Is that what you're saying?
They kind of like shake their hand like, kind of. Yeah. But they point at you, Zippy, and then they point to Norman, and they kind of like point to both of you quickly, and kind of like hits their head like, remember?
I think he wants us to remember something.
He's like, remember? And then he points at Norman.
Remember me?
Remember? Was it...
Remember?
Was it... Is the bunny talking about when we found you, like, in that lake? Upside down?
They speak up and say,
Winner!
I don't understand. Zip, when did you find me?
It was like while you were dead. Me and Dariun were like in a dream, and it seemed, and the bunny here took us to an area where we could see you just floating in the air, but between a layer of what seemed like water at the time. And then we pulled you through, and it may have helped in your resurrection. We still don't really know. I feel like we should have talked about that by now.
Well, we've been really busy.
The black bunny just turns and looks at you, Zippy, and says,
Excuse me, do you like monsters?
I mean, yeah, sure. I like them.
Okay, good, because I got something to show you.
What the fuck?
I did it, Coach! I got into the Hercules boarding school!
Shut the fuck up! You didn't do it, I did it. Do you know how much I helped you? You need to learn this, kid. People in life come your way, and they can help you a lot. And you did that, and you used me. You used me to get to where you're going. And that's all I am as a coach.
How could I know?
When I had a big building degree to go.
I can't go in there, I'm too scared!
Listen, if we hold each other's hands, then it's less scary, right? We can cross anything together.
Yeah, let me tell you, this bad boy can fit so many fucking valuable items in it. That's one of the biggest perks.
And they're pointing at Norman the whole time they're saying that.
Why is he pointing at me?
So it seems like it's talking about you, and it's talking about monsters. It might be talking about the deep. I think that's what it's talking about. And maybe we can get to the deep. That's where we need to go, and I can open the way or something. I don't know. I'm just pulling at straws here.
Well, we know one of the piano keys is in the deep, but we know that one of them is also up here somewhere.
I know. That's what we need right now. I mean, we know we need to get to the deep eventually.
But what about the piano key that's up here? Where's that?
Tell us now. You've already told us enough.
As you're talking and you're saying the deep and stuff, they give you another.
Yes, ma'am!
Right. It's saying you as a vessel, Norman, you can fit a lot of things in yourself. It's either talking about whoever's in you, that demon or whatever it is, but maybe more things can fit inside you? I don't know.
They respond again.
Yes, ma'am!
And they point at you, Zippy. And then they point at Norman, and their Mickey Mouse glove hand that's free kind of extends, and black liquid is dripping, and it turns into holding a suitcase. And it's like, points at itself. It's like, I am you, like you, me, Norman, suitcase. And then he like does a little walk in place.
What's a suitcase?
It's a thing you put things in to when you're going on travels.
Like a business bag of holding. A bag of business
Pretty
holding.
much. But it's saying the three of us need to get in the suitcase?
I'm going to look at the bunny, and I'm still holding my head. I'm going to say, is the fact that I'm a hollow person a ticket to the deep somehow? Is that what you're saying?
It can't hear you.
I communicate that.
No. Yeah, okay. Is that what he's saying?
Zippy communicates that, and they give you another.
Yes, sir!
I'm going to look at Zippy. But how?
Maybe if we tried to go to the deep, you'd be the only one who could get in, and we have to like Trojan horse or something in. You know what I mean? Like, we'll have to use your body to get through, I don't know, the gates of the deep or something? And maybe we can do that with my dream powers or something. We can go inside your thoughts. I don't know. I don't know what I can do anymore.
They transmorph their suitcase into a key, like a stereotypical key, and then they're like pointing at their chest and like key, suitcase. And then carry it and bring it.
Are you saying you want us to bring you into the deep? Is that what you're saying?
No, I just wanna say hello.
Are you saying I need to go into the suitcase and Norman needs to bring us into the deep?
No, I just wanna say hello.
I think I'm the suitcase.
Is Norman the suitcase?
Yes, sir!
And if we use the key on Norman... Oh, so do we have to find a way to embody Norman? Is that what you're saying?
It's like, hell no. And it's kind of like stamping its feet in frustration. And it like points at the ground, and it points upwards. And then it's like, key, up, key, get, key, suitcase, key, walk. And then it's just like kind of struggling, and it's annoyed. And then Norman, in your chest, you feel big, heavy hits. It's clawing. It's Royce is screaming, just.
Norman, what's going on? You look like you're not well.
Ooh, I ate some stag earlier, and I don't think it's sitting well with me. It feels like it's almost changing structure.
Are you sure it's not like what you were before, right? That was pretty dangerous. You wouldn't lie to me about that.
I'm gonna take a shaky breath, and I'm going to take a step up the stairs now, just to get a better vantage point of what's going on. I imagine I'm like 5-6 steps down. And I'm going to say, Zip, you really need to hurry this along. Royce, he's really interested in this crystal in a way that makes me really uneasy.
Wait, so it's not the steak?
No, that was some light humor. I thought you could read the room. Sorry.
Okay. So Norman's the suitcase. I'm the key. Does the key open the suitcase? I don't know.
Norman, as you're struggling on the stairs, I want you to roll for control. And you have to beat a 5. This is going to be a 50-50. And I will tell you, if you lose here, things are going to change.
What?
A lot. But they look at you, Zippy, and they're kind of like doing finger walks, like towards you. And then they say,
Far away, in a distant land beyond civilization, is a city untouched by man.
Oh, come on! This path is closed off too?
You know you could just drive around. Other people seem to be doing it just fine.
I'm not going to break the law, Shannon!
I mean, I get it. It seems like the deep... We'll have to go in some unconventional way. Like, I get that.
and then they're kind of shrugging. They're like,
No, I just wanna say hell no.
like they just keep saying no.
Well, I don't know. You're making this so complicated. I only know what I'm...
They're pointing up. They look at you and they see Norman struggling, and they're looking at you and they're just like pointing up.
You said I couldn't go up. You said no to that.
And they're like pointing like for now, like up, but they're like up. It's like the one thing they want to get from you is up key, up key, up key.
You said there's no key upstairs.
Yeah, and they're like frustrated, and then they're just like, and with their hand outstretched, they're like wanting a high five. Essentially, they're wanting to like clasp hands.
Last time I did that, we did the dream thing. Is that what you want to do right now?
They kind of nod and they outstretch their hand.
Okay. I have no reason to not trust you, I guess. And I reach for his hand. Or its hand.
And you high five. And your hands clap together. And a small sphere, it doesn't expand much, but a small sphere expands between the two of your hands and then fizzles away. And it just looks at you and says,
Amazing heart.
Okay, class, so as you can see with this balloon, when I blow it up, now it's filled with potential energy. And if I release it through...
What can you do to turn it around? Wiggle your toes, clap your hands, stomp your feet, get ready to dance. And shake it like you got ants in your pants.
So to make the bubble better, I have to wiggle my toes and clap my hands? I start doing that.
So wiggling your toes to cover your hands, and you can see some sparks are coming. So like when you're hitting your hand against your hand on Verulius, and like small tiny bubbles are coming, and they kind of just give a thumbs up with their Mickey Mouse glove. Norman, what did you roll on your roll for control?
Before I roll, I feel like this pressure building in my chest and my head, and I just murmur to myself, I was forged in the fires of the Strumere Desert Sun. I cut my teeth on choir books of teachings dead and gone. And I'm just trying to stay grounded while I roll this die. Five.
Oh no.
You fail. You needed a 6 to 10.
Norman, I think I've almost got it.
Zip, I gotta go.
Norman, but I need you. We gotta finish this. We've almost got it. Something suitcase, up, key, and I'm almost got my dream stuff coming down.
I gotta go. And I'm trying to back up the stairs.
Wait, Norman, come back. But I can't separate from this whole thing I got going on.
Zippy, you see Norman stumbling backwards. Norman, last words?
I can't be here. Zip, stay away from me.
Stay away? Why? What's this?
Tell Jezebel she's the only one I ever loved.
And Norman falls backwards and lands on his back as he slides down some of the stairs and like rolls and comes to a slide at the bottom of the stairs.
Wait, I let go of the link I'm with and I run over the stairs. Norman!
You try to let go and you can feel your magic. Like you try to let go and your hand gets sucked in. You're like stuck. And you can see as you do that, the Black Bunny's face goes like and like static and just and Rulius is like,
Coco, you can't separate. I can't take it. We need to end it. You can't just rip away.
I gotta go though, my friend. He just fell down the stairs.
The Black Bunny's looking at you and looks at Norman, and you can see Norman skin starts going obsidian and lava cracks start to show as they're lying on their back on the ground. And the Black Bunny's like panicked and looking at you and realizes you want to be released and also you need to go. And it looks at you and gives one last message.
No! Why?
You're breaking up.
I know, children. It's hard saying goodbye. But don't worry.
Summer ended, but we did not. We started something. This thing that we got grew stronger. Each day, we're together. On the way over.
I have a feeling we'll talk again real soon.
Crazy.
Wow.
And as they finish saying that, you see rising from the ground, they hit their elbows into the ground and quickly get risen to their feet. And you see and sense, Zippy, what's at the bottom of the stairs is not Norman. And you just hear them go,
Finally. Crystal time.
and the Black Bunny looks at you, Zippy, nods, and puts their other hand over their hand, and is like trying to release and tell Verulius to release, and Verulius is like,
yes, okay, it's draining.
And you can feel it wisps away, and as it wisps away, you turn away, look at demon mode Royce, and turn back to the Black Bunny, and it's gone. Blink of an eye.
Wow.
Gone. And Verulius slumps back in their chair, and Royce starts ascending the stairs, staring at you, Zippy, and is like,
Get out of my way, Rabbit. I got business with the crystal.
We'll talk soon, Black Bunny.
Cut. Dariun, you're sitting in a dugout, and we're at the last inning of the Pyre Pitch game. With all your encouragement that you've done in the past, with everything you've pulled together, rallying the troops, encouraging Apophis and Bradley and the people on the bench, the Basement Brouhahas versus the East Wing Windwalkers are at 10 to 10. 10 to 10 Pyres. Even you can tell that's very close. And you can see they've just brought the flea flame out from the pools of water and are starting to build their gorbs. Also,
Oh, no.
I'm sure you understood that.
Oh no, not the They're stacking the pyre. Oh no.
The coach and all the teammates are on their feet, and you can tell there's about a minute left, and it's getting down to the wire. And the coach is just like, oh my god, this is insane. This is insane. We might do it. We might do it. And they're like shaking you, Dariun.
Yeah. I mean, it looks good. They're building a really... Faster, Bradley, faster. Build it. Come on up, Office. I know you've only got one arm, but just put everything into it. You can do it, guys. Build the pyre. Build the corpse. What is this thing? Build it. Build it.
You can see Apophis and Bradley are at this little ball of like twigs that they're like tying together, and Bradley is like, okay, and he's like wiping sweat off his forehead, and he's like, Apophis, hold that there. Let's tie this twig. Tie this. Oh, somebody's coming. Hit them with a bat. Yeah, you on it? Yeah. And they just knock somebody back with a baseball bat, and they go flying back. He's like, okay, build. I wish you had 2 arms.
Bradley, you've been training your whole life for this. You've got it.
What do you want to do to encourage them to win this game? What's your ace in the hole? What's the one thing you want to do to support them to see if you can win this game?
I'm gonna just call out and say, Apophis, we didn't get to finish the last tournament, but see this as your tournament of Ganala. And Bradley, do it for Paige.
Roll performance or persuasion. I'll let you choose. With advantage.
Yes. I was hoping the Paige call out would really help that. Okay. Okay. And that's a 17 plus 1. I'm going to go with, I mean, it's the same on performance and persuasion. So it's a persuading performance of an 18 total.
You see Apophis is fending off 2 other players that are coming to try and get the Gorb and attack Bradley. And as you say, Ganala didn't finish. You see his one arm's muscle just bulges and tears the wetsuit a little bit. He's like, you're right. I didn't get to show my stuff. And then Bradley, building the Gorb, as soon as you say the P word, you see his eyes all of a sudden flash green for a second and then dim.
Ooh.
And he just goes, oh shit. And then he starts like building it like nuts. He's like, yes, Paige for Paige! And Apophis is like, yo, home run, baby! And he hits it with a bat, and like the people go like, just stricken across the field. They go flying like 60 feet from the baseball swing. And you see Bradley is just building this ball like a machine. And then he's like, done! And then he's like, Apophis, tail! And you can see Apophis still kind of like has like human legs in the suit because his tail is like bunched out, but his tail like rips out of the back, like slides across the ground, like it's like cutting the ground and makes like a little dirt divot. And you see Bradley quickly puts some sticks in it, blows, strikes this flint real quick, makes a little fire, gets it flaming. The Gorb is lit, and they just go running, and they're like, up, Apophis! And Apophis drops the bat, uses his one arm, catches Bradley, and throws them across the field. And everybody in the Pyre Pitch Stadium is just like, oh my god, as they see like a half-court jumps, like Space Jam dunk with this flaming ball, like flying across the field. And everybody's like, as they're watching him go. And just as he's getting there, he throws it, and it's flaming down, and you can see the goal, like the goalie, acting goalie, and other players are trying to dive into the air to block this lit Gorb going towards their pyre, and they dive, and they're too late as it flies through, smashes into their pyre, ignites it, and you see a giant magic imaged illusion in the sky of a scoreboard just goes ding, 11-10. Basement brouhahas as the buzzer just hits, and Bradley falls to the ground, and everybody in the dugout, yourself and the coach, rush onto the field, and they're grabbing the players, and they're celebrating, and Bradley and Apophis turn to you, Dariun, and they're like, oh shit, man, we did it! And Bradley's like, I can't believe it! I did it! I won my first Pyre Pitch game. I've been playing for so long.
Yeah. Bradley, you did it! Apophis, you did it! I can't... Look, I understood maybe 30% of that, but that's one of the greatest things I've seen in a long time. You did it! And I put Bradley on my shoulder, and I started chanting, Bradley, Bradley, Bradley,
Bradley. And everybody's cheering. They're like, Bradley, Bradley. Pepper like comes out of your little baby pouch in the front and is like circling up and like sitting on top of Bradley's head now, like chanting as well. And everybody's like, Bradley, Bradley. And a wizard comes down on a magic broom with a thaumaturgy in their hands, cupped to use it as a microphone. And they're yelling out, congratulations to the Basement Brouhahas for winning their first ever St. Alexandria Academy Final Pyre Pitch Championship! And everybody just cheers. And they're like, with that said, that means tomorrow we will have the entire Basement Brouhaha team going to the Wizard King's castle to personally regain the cup, the chalice, the house cup, and also speak with the king himself. These Basement Brouhaha players sure are lucky. Let's hear it one more time. And everybody's cheering. And everybody's excited. And Bradley is just like living in the moment, Apophis too. But it sounds like, because your team won, they're gonna be getting some special access into the Wizard King Castle tomorrow. You get an audience with the king. I pull Apophis and Bradley close and I go, guys, you did it. You got us an audience with the king. This is amazing. This just turned out way better than I thought it was going to. I've been here way longer than I intended to be. Oh my gosh, I've been trying to get back to the ship. What have I been doing? But this is great. This worked out super well. That almost never happens for me. This is awesome. Great job, guys. Great job. I'm sure nothing else could go wrong after this. The coach comes over and says, I underestimated you both. That was incredible Pyre Pitch playing. And you, and he points to you, Dariun, I don't care about the refunds anymore. I'll eat the costs. This was worth it. Now, all of us, we must celebrate. Tonight, meet us at Whimsy World. We'll meet at the Wild Whale Bar on the Whimsy World Island. Come, we'll meet and drink the night away. Yes, that sounds amazing. After sundown, then. Yes, of course. This evening. I don't day drink. I understand. You're a coach. You gotta whatever. That sounds great. We'll do our best to meet you there. Fantastic. See you tonight. Bradley and Apophis. And Apophis is like, I got one too. Yeah, hell yeah, I got in the chat. Sorry, it's hard to switch between two names. I didn't mean to kind of exclude you from that. You did amazing, Apophis. But look, okay, now that that's wrapped up, we got that audience. That's amazing. We need to we got to get back to the ship. We got to regroup. We've been separated for a while, and things are getting a little dicey. So, look, we need to head back. I'm going to try and contact the guys on our way there, okay? Let's go. Yeah, let's go! And Bradley's on your shoulders as you walk back to the locker rooms to exit the stadium. I pull out my walkie-talkie just while we're walking and just kind of doing another quick shoulder check. And I just go, Randy, Zippy, Norman, if you can hear me, I know you've been running into some barriers, but I got us an audience with the king. We have some champion Pyre Pitch players in our midst, and we've got an audience with Verulius. We can meet him tomorrow. And you hear Randy click and be like,
Are you serious? What? I had to pull so many connections and you just get it like first day? Nobody around here gets to meet Verulius. What are you talking? Oh, man. Zippy, Norman, hey, let's meet at the ship quick. We gotta get this plan going if we're gonna get out of here with the key.
And Zippy and Norman aren't responding.
Guys?
Zippy?
Hello?
Zippy, are you okay? Norman? Guys, what's going on?
And there's just radio silence. And that's where we're going to take a break.
What is up, cheapskates? It's Jacob from the podcast. Nice to hear from you, especially in August. Happy August, everyone. And I mean, especially happy August to us as well. We just hit our 3rd year anniversary, which we're incredibly excited about. And we're going to be sharing some stuff this month about maybe some fun things we might do for our 3rd anniversary. But we just want to first and foremost thank everyone who's kind of been listening to us. And over the course of these 3 years, or even just recently, it's kind of incredible. We're still seeing people who are listening to the first season right now and sending us messages and stuff, just how much they're enjoying it. And it's just like, it feels like it's been like a long time ago for us, but it's just like, it's always nice to remember and feel like, you know, we've been on this creative journey for so long and it's just been nothing but fun times this whole time. So no, thanks for everyone supporting us for so long. Especially people who, you know, fund us through Patreon and everything. I mean, I'll plug Patreon here and just say, you know, thanks to those who fund us monetarily as well. We're a listener-supported podcast, so we don't do a whole ton of ads on these mid-rolls here, so we can just speak directly to you. And it's because of those who, you know, fund us, and that's why our audio has gotten better through the past, you know, little while. It's because of amazing supporters. And I'll just give a few shout-outs as well to our top level supporters. There's 4 people right now who support us on the top tier on Patreon, which is Randy, Camden, Brandon, and Old Timer. You guys, like, some people have said our most recent episodes have been really good audio wise and just like editing wise, and that's completely because of you guys who support us just in amazing ways. And yeah, if you want to find out how to support us more, you can always check out our Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Reddit. We even do some TikToks sometimes, and yeah, you can just find us at Cheaper by the Dungeon there. I'll make this short and just say thanks, guys, for the incredible 8 years, and we'll continue talking to you and telling great stories. Thanks. Bye.
And we're back. And we're going to start with Norman and Zippy. Or should I say Royce and Zippy? As Zippy, you're standing next to the comatose king now. And you see ascending the stairs with just this overly menacing look and these elongated horns is this demon mode version of your former friend. Because you can tell what's in there isn't Norman right now.
So you're the one who is embodying my friend, huh?
What? This is my body.
Then how come I've never met you?
It looks like that one guy that sunk through. He's like, yeah, why hasn't he met me yet? Why have I been in there for so long?
I'm not here to discuss things.
Well, neither am I. Which is why you need to leave and bring Norman back.
Not happening, Zippy. Do you know what's standing behind you?
Yeah, that crystal. I heard you were mentioning something about it, huh?
Yes. And it's housing souls that are rightfully mine.
Rightfully yours.
I am going to take them back.
Who are you to just kind of own everyone around you? You try to own Norman and now all these souls? Who do you think you are?
I am the king of the deep. I'm the ruler of the underworld. And everyone who perishes is under my domain.
Wall of stone immediately goes up between me and him.
A wall of stone. How high can that go?
It's 10 foot by 10 foot. And it's 6 inches thick.
You're making it go 10 feet and expanding. It's not fully covering the crystal, but it looks like it's kind of baiting Royce, as if like you're kind of being like, I'll protect the crystal, I'll get it through, and almost taunting him in a passive way. He's like,
You think that wall could stop me? Get out of here.
you hear it charging as what the move you saw before, that attack, is going to hit your wall. How much health does the wall have?
A lot. Like, don't even try.
Okay.
It can be damaged and breached. Each panel has an AC 15 and 30 hit points per inch of thickness, and there's 6 inches.
Okay. You hear it charging up.
I'm giving Norman time also to try and figure this shit out.
Ooh, it explodes into the wall, dealing. Royce in control has better damage than Norman in control.
Of course. Yep.
Okay. That is 95 damage. Boom! You see the shrapnel everywhere of the wall, but it doesn't fully penetrate through this thick-ass stone. But it leaves a crater. And you just hear Royce go, looking at his hand, disappointed, and he's just like,
Still getting used to this husk. All right.
and he's taking more steps up the stairs. Norman, you have a chance to roll for control.
I almost don't want to see what happens. What do I got to beat here, Seth?
You have to beat a 5, so a 6 or higher.
Okay. Oh. I've never been so afraid to roll. 8. Oh my gosh, finally!
You see demon mode starts kind of peeling off as Royce kind of like stumbles, and now you're in control. You're like, demon mode is starting to shed. Norman, you're in control for a turn. What would you like to do?
I say, holy crap, I can't believe I did that. Strand! Is Strand around?
Strand unfurls from your backpack.
I don't even bother looking inside the backpack to see what he's eaten.
Okay.
I grab on him and I say, get me out of here now!
You start flying and it starts carrying you up, and it's starting to carry you through the air. You're kind of going up in the air. Zippy, you're behind the wall of stone, and you hear Verulius reach out and go,
Coco, I don't know what's happening, but I'm gonna fall asleep. Did you hear what you needed to go beyond the plains?
Well, right now, old man, I'm just trying to protect the crystal while freaking demon edgelord or whatever is on the other side. But I think I got it, at least a little bit. Something keys, suitcase, up and away.
Coco, here, reach out your hand.
I walk over while maintaining concentration on the wall and hold out my hand.
He puts his hand on yours, and you feel a little magical burst as a glyph, like a ward, is magically transposed onto your paw. And he's like,
down in the castle, there is a statue of me. Place that on my tongue, on the statue, and it will lead you to my vault. Grab the notes. It has everything I know on the black ball. If you need to contact him again, get that. Just keep it safe. I don't know how much longer I have. Keep the crystal safe. Bring it beyond the plains, please.
I'll do that. You actually helped me a lot, so I feel like I owe you at least something.
And he just slowly nods off.
Have a good sleep, King Berulius. You've earned it.
Norman, you are gonna leave the room. You have enough movement. You want to burst through the door?
I want to fly to the door, and right before I go through it, I want to say, Zippy, I can't be here. I have to go. We have to go.
I have to get to a vault downstairs too. You need to control yourself and just get out of as far away from the crystal as possible.
Well, are we going in the same direction? Come on, come with me. You have a carpet too, right?
Yeah, but I also have this. And I have the doorknob that I haven't used in a while. And if I put it on, I forget how we determined this last time, but if I put it on the floor, can I go through?
It depends how thick the floor is.
Come over here first. I don't want to get any closer to that thing. I'm down here. Come down here.
It's too dangerous for me to go closer to you. I can't. I'm sorry, Norm, but I can't trust you until you get as far away from the crystal as possible. There's too much riding on it.
So you want to leave the room while I'm potentially not being supervised by you? All right. To deep with it. Zip, I'll see you back at the ship.
Okay, just get yourself under control.
That's not fair, and I leave the...
You burst out of the room, these large doors slamming through on your carpet. Strand immediately is like in the next room. It seems to be just a straight hallway to a spiral staircase at the end, this elaborate staircase. And you can see you're kind of on, it's like a skywalk, like there's windows here, and it goes to another part of a thin tower, because this wizard castle has lots of like multiple thin towers going straight up. So you break out and you see there's two wizard guards there, two bullywugs, and they're like, what the? How does it get in there? And as you're flying in the hallway, in this like skywalk just outside the Wizard King's throne room, Norman, you feel a pounding in your chest, clawing, and you just hear,
No!
Royce is incredibly frustrated that you're leaving the crystal. Roll for control.
All right. Oh, man. Okay. 8 again! Yes!
You feel it suppress as your demon mode is fully shedding, but you can tell he's still clawing. You're out there. Zippy, you're still in the throne room. What do you want to do? Stay behind the wall? What do you want to do?
Yeah, I mean, I think I trust Norman enough to like find the closest window he can and just jump right out of it. And
okay.
And so I'm gonna. I'm feeling better about leaving the crystal room, and I know we kind of have to get out of here before, guards arrive or whatever. So I'm gonna try to use the doorknob I have to try and just go right down, and because he said it was down below us, right? His little vault room.
Yeah, he said it was down in the castle, regardless where that is. It's a very large castle, and you're at the tippy top. But as you put your doorknob on the floor, you can tell it's too thick. It's too thick, at least at the top of the stairs here.
I ring up Dariun. Ding, ding, ding.
You notice now that conversation was going on with Randy. It was like at your hip, and it was staticky, but you and Norman were so focused on the current events that you misheard it, but you hear the static, and you just hear them being like, Zippy, Norman, and then finally, Zippy, you answer the call.
Shh! Dariun, is that you?
Oh, yeah, Zip. Oh, it's good to hear your voice. I got some good news. I got us an audience with the king. Where are you? Is everything okay?
Forget everything. There's no way whatever you're doing is anywhere near as important as what I'm doing right now.
oh, okay. That's kind of mean, but okay.
I need you to get the ship. And I need you to bring it all the way to the top of the castle.
That seems like it's gonna cause a lot of bad attention. Is everything okay?
It's gonna go from bad to worse, Dariun, and you're gonna... and if you're not at our escape route, I don't know how else we're gonna escape. Because me and Norman are at the top of this freaking castle, and he's in the middle of going demon mode or something, and I've got this soul crystal to deal with, to protect, or else it all goes to shit. We need you, Dariun. I need like a montage or something of you getting over here.
What the hell is happening over there? Did you say Norman's lost control?
Yeah, but he got it back. But I don't know. I don't know with him anymore. He doesn't. It doesn't seem like he knows how to control it properly.
Wait, and you're already in the castle then?
Yeah, I mean, there's like random paintings or stuff around. Norman showed me how to do it. I don't know, but we're up here and we just need you to come get us.
Okay, I'm on my way. Randy,
hey, Zippy, I won a game. Check it out. Well, I guess you can't see, it's a rock, but I won something.
Bradley, shut up for a second. Randy, did you catch all of that?
Yeah, I heard it. I'm heading back to the airship now. I'll meet you there in 10.
Oh, double time. All right. Apophis, Bradley, and I take Bradley off my shoulders and go, we gotta move. Things are about to get real bad.
And you start sprinting through the locker room, out the stadium, across the ethereal bridge, to the main Jadu island where your airship is parked. I didn't see that coming. Norman, you are in the hallway. There's windows, stained glass windows to your left and right on this skywalk that extends from this one tower to this other tower that has a staircase spiraling down. Where do you want to go?
Okay, first things first, I cast calm emotions on the guards as I pass. I say, everything's fine, just relax. I'm the entertainment.
Okay, roll.
Okay, they roll a charisma saving throw, DC 17.
You'd think the king would have better guards. They fail.
Nice.
They kind of go, visitor, probably a friend. It's okay.
Yeah, Verulius and I go way back. He's great. And I'm going to... How far is the door at the end of this hallway?
It's just a spiral staircase that goes down, but you can see it's about like 20 feet off until the staircase starts going down.
Man.
And windows to your left and right if you want to smash out.
Oh, man. I don't know if I'm brave enough to do that. Ooh. Okay, Strand, you got me. Okay. And I lower my head to put my horns first, and I ram through a window on the left. And I...
You turn, breaking out. Stained glass window shards start falling as they're glistening through the sky. You can see the sun is starting to set in the distance. You're flying out. Do you want to just like go away? Are you trying to go down the tower?
I basically, like in Treasure Planet when he just free falls on his board. I'm basically doing that, trying to get as much distance, like at fall speed, but with Strand under me still.
You're starting to fall and try and free fall as fast as you can. You can see circling around these thin towers are other towers that seemingly like disconnect, and they rotate floating through the air and connect at other sections of the towers. It's like there's moving pillars around you. Wow. As you're falling, you hear
Norman!
Roll for control.
Get out of there. 5.
Oof! Demon mode ignites. And Strand starts to catch slightly on fire.
Oh my god.
Strand is catching slightly on fire, but they pat themselves out. And you just see Royce stares up and he realizes you're free falling. He jumps off of Strand, grabs onto one of the moving pillar tower's sides, and starts throwing himself up with his super strength, flying up the side of these towers, hopping from one to the other to get back to that skywalk that you just burst out of. And he's going and jumping and clawing his way up. Dariun.
Oh.
You're running through the clouds. Through the crowds of people that are leaving the stadium. I imagine you're probably even like casting Zephyr Strike on yourself to move a little quicker.
I would if I had any spell slots left.
Never mind. You were like, I really would like Zephyr Strike right now, but I don't have it. But you're running through, and then as you're running, you see on the mainland running through the crowds as well is mini Randy, since he's been made smaller. And he's running. He's like, Dariun, let's go!
Bradley, Apophis, move! Come on!
And you catch up with Randy, and the four of you are running, and you get to the airship. James isn't on the top deck, and you can see that nobody's on the deck right now. They might be below, but you're on the airship. What do you want to do?
Are there any like guards nearby that would be like kind of noticing the commotion?
There's no guards that are really taking notice of you running through the crowds. They don't really care about that. That's pretty low. And all the guards are actually right now pretty preoccupied with the farm. So all of them are over there.
Well, that works to our advantage, actually. Okay, if it doesn't look like there's any guards around or anybody listening, I'm just going to start calling out for James. Be like, James, where are you? I need you on the top deck right now.
You're on the ship. All you see are just a ton of mazes unless you say the password.
What's the password? Dariun?
Come listen to the tale I know. Whatever.
Not close enough.
Yeah, off key.
Come listen to the tale I know.
Better. Maze disperses. You hear all of them sing that song as it disperses. And you're yelling for James. James comes above deck and he's like,
what's wrong with the commotion? Dariun, I also have something to tell you, but what's going on?
Unless someone's dying, it's not important right now. We gotta take off now. We gotta get to the castle.
Okay, but listen, there's something with Robin I should mention, but okay, I'll start it up. I can see it's urgent.
Look, tell me as we're taking off. We gotta move. I think we're just being us, and I think things are just going to shit at the castle right now. We gotta get there, and we gotta get Zippy and Norman out of there. Norman's struggling.
Let's go.
Cut to Zippy. Zippy, you're still next to the king. The king is now asleep. You can tell they're not dead, but they are fast asleep, snoring slightly.
All right, now that Norman's gone, I gotta get to that vault and get that piano key and get it before Dariun comes here. It has to be a quick exit. See you, King, and thanks again. Hope you have a good sleep. And I rush over to the painting, and I'm gonna try and find a painting that looks like a vault room.
Okay. You hop into the Pride Rock painting, and you're searching, and you see left, and you see right, and there's different paintings. One abstract, another also abstract. You can't really remember clearly which abstract painting you exited from and which one you entered. But you're searching, and you're going to try and travel through the paintings. But roll a perception check with advantage because it's using your ears.
With advantage, that's a 13 plus 4, so a 17.
You hear a slam. And you see, turning around, you can't see beyond your wall because it's blocking the view. But you can see some red light is emanating from the entrance as Royce has returned to the skywalk there after climbing up the tower. You can see the two Bullywug guards are just like, what? Dude, chill out, man. And you just see both fists of Royce smash into their faces, pulverizing them into the walls, as blood drips from his fists as these two Bullywugs fall to the ground, dead. And he starts walking into the room. Royce, staring up at the crystal. Norman.
Yeah?
Roll for control.
7.
7?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Ooh,
back and
flush.
forth.
You look at your hands, they're bleeding. They're not bleeding from your blood, but the bullywug's blood. Your demon mode is starting to cripple and chunk off. Zippy. You run back into the room and you can see Norman there. Norman, you're standing there at the entrance again. Strand is nowhere near you right now. They were left outside. What do you want to do?
Norman, get the hell out of here! What the heck are you doing back here?
I say, I'm on it. And I want to back up towards the window. I look at the blood on my hands and I scream, "Ah!" And I press my good hand against my face as I back up towards the broken window. I take a deep breath. Hold on. How high up is this?
Very high, like 300 feet high.
Okay. Under my breath, I'm just going to say, Strand, I really hope you're out there. And I want to push my hand on my face, and I want to cast Modify Memory on myself.
Modify Memory?
Not with the Mind Mugger's Mitts. This is a spell I know.
Mm-hmm.
I want to attempt to reshape another creature's memories. One creature that you can see, so I'll let you decide whether or not I can do this. Must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the target becomes charmed by you for the duration, and then I can change its memory up to the last 10 minutes. No, within the last 24 hours. And the memory can take 10 minutes of time. And I want, if I succeed, it's a spell save 17. I want to give Royce the memory that he shattered the crystal and has walked away.
Roll for control.
Okay. Four.
Oh no.
You're starting to cast this memory shaping magic as you fall backwards out the window. And you're starting to cast. You're like, come on, can I do it? But demon mode goes, cancels your spell immediately. And Royce reaches out, catches himself on the window frame, pulls himself back into the room, and just goes,
Nice try, kid.
I'm not your son.
and turns to the crystal room and starts sprinting. Every move just poof, 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 like super running. Zippy, you see this demon is pouncing towards the wall and the crystal. What would you like to do?
Another wall of stone. I can do another one. Goes up.
It goes up, and you just see Royce super jumps in the air over top of the wall, and you just see his hand is starting to charge as he's mid-air.
And while that happens, I'm going to create water, the level 1 spell, and create just like a bunch of water on the floor, just like a little puddle essentially. And I'm standing beside how close am I to the crystal?
I would imagine you're right where you were before, like beside Verulius. So like very close to the crystal.
Yeah, I want to go even as close to the crystal as I can. Can I whisper in Verulius's ear, just like let the little bubble he has around it down for a second, so I can walk through or something, so I can get closer to because he has that like shield around it. Can I get closer to the crystal?
Roll persuasion or arcana. I'll let you decide.
I'm gonna use persuasion. I have to save the crystal. It's either it gets destroyed or I try something. I rolled persuasion and I got a 12 plus 8, so 20.
King Varolius, please. It's Coco. Let down the crystal shield. It's time.
Okay, so after hearing that, Varolius slumps further into their chair, into a deeper sleep, as they just mutter,
Okay. Coco.
and the crystal is being released from the magic and is slowly starting to fall to the floor.
Oh, I just wanted it for a split second. Like, how quickly is it gonna fall and hit the floor?
I mean, gravity.
Actually, I just wanted it to let me in for a second.
You have a moment before it does, but once
This freaking
the
guy
film is fully...
lets me like he just destroys his life's work after I just be like, hey, can you put this down for a second? Okay, I run over, create water immediately so that I can feel it on my feet, and I close my eyes. This thing is probably falling. I close my eyes, and I'm just going to breathe in. Come on, Zippy Westboro. You can do it. And then I clap. And I want to create the dream sphere around this crystal.
You clap, and you hear the Kaiser cannon charging. Cut to Dariun. Dariun, you guys are lifting off in the airship, going and flying towards the Wizard King's tower. You're looking over the edge through the wall, through the windows on the Sparrow, and you can look over and you can see there's a lot of action at the farm still. There's a lot of guards and brooms. Almost all of them are over there. There's much less traffic of people flying on carpets in the air and everything right now, because all the guards are at the farm. James turns to you, Dariun, and says,
Dariun, about what happened when you guys were left. I'm sure you got up to no good, but I had a breakthrough.
With Robin?
Yes. I want to tell you because I need everybody on the same page, because I lied and told her Crit said she could come out. And I forged a letter. It was way simpler than I thought it would be.
Well, what did you learn?
Nothing. She's just out now, and she was kind of hungry, and so I made her a meal, and I'm slowly trying to get her to talk. She's still quite quiet, but she's at least out and talking now.
Well, that's something. Good work, but I think we're gonna need all of our attention. Right now, we're about to fly right through the city, and they weren't fans of our first approach. I'm assuming they're probably not going to be fans of this one, so stay alert, but good work.
Randy comes in the room, the Helms room, and is like,
Yes! Oh man, okay, this is gonna put a huge target on her back, but there's probably wizard guards everywhere over there or something, but it seems... Actually, this may be the perfect time, they're all over there! Why the hell are they over there? Okay, let's just do this quick, okay? I got some cred around here, but I can't stretch it that far.
Yeah, I think with what we're doing, Randy, I don't think that street cred's gonna get us anywhere. I think we're gonna be making haste of this place. Let's get the guys out of that keep and let's get out of here. Come on, James, punch it.
Cut. Zippy, you clap, and you feel like... Are you just clapping?
Just clap? What else can I do? Scream at the same time?
Have you learned nothing?
Oh, and I wiggle my toes and in my ears, in my fingers. I wiggle everything.
Your little tail.
You can feel this is straining you. before when you did it, you were conscious for a bit before you fell asleep. But as soon as you do this, you can feel woozy, as if you're starting to fall asleep. But a bubble expands around the room, covering the front of the throne, Verulius, and the crystal in its entirety. The Kaiser Cannon is charging. They shoot it at the crystal. What do you want to do?
I dream a dream that only Zippy could think of. I want to miniaturize the crystal into like a little crystal you can hold in your hand.
You can see crack, crack, as it starts shrinking. It doesn't break.
But I understand it's still falling, and so if you let me roll, I want to throw my bucket of holding, or the bucket of never-ending water, and I want to try to catch it in the bucket, because it's probably falling away from me.
Roll acrobatics.
Oh, shit, yes. That's a 19 plus 3. That's a 22. I didn't think that would work. I hope that works.
You throw the bucket and you hear bloop, like a little drop of water bloop, as it goes in your bucket. And the Kaiser Cannon shoots and blasts past the painting. It hits the corner of the painting, shattering the painting of Verulius behind you. Cutting that image from reality so it looks like a blank wall, and bursts through the back wall. And Dariun, as you're flying, you just see at the back of the Wizard King's keep, just as the back wall has a hole busted through it. The painting is shut down. But Dariun, you're starting to fly up. You're getting closer. You're punching it. You're getting closer. You're getting closer. And you can see the Skywalk Bridge there. Is that where you want to park?
So Dariun not being able to like totally see what's happening in the room, but seeing the blast and knowing like he's got to get in there, he turns back and calls up to James and goes, "Move closer to the Skywalk."
On it. Okay.
And he starts turning the ship, getting closer to the Skywalk. Cut. Norman, Royce. They land right near the throne. And Zippy, you're behind it, losing consciousness with your bucket just there beside you, not spilling water. And you're just kind of lying on the floor, as you said. And you can hear them turning the corner as you see a hand clasp the throne, and they're coming behind. And you just hear,
"What did you do? Where is the crystal?"
And as you see coming behind is Royce staring at you, Zippy. Anything you want to say before you lose consciousness?
Get the hell away from me. Norman's way cooler than you.
Wow.
And you fall asleep.
Oh, I got you.
And Royce just goes,
"That moron must be on his person somewhere, which means I just gotta kill all of them."
and you see he raises his fist back, charged. It's like burning his fist as he's going to just punch Zippy right in the chest. Norman,
don't make
roll
me.
for control.
4. Again.
Boom! Zippy gets destroyed. The ground craters. Verulius slumps out of his throne. Boom. He does. This is bad. 83 damage. Zippy, are you still conscious? Like, would you? Do you still have any HP left?
You said 83. I should have like two health points then, eh? 2 health points.
You have 2 health points? Man, I thought Royce was intimidating, but he can't even one-shot somebody. Man, what? Can't even one-shot a sleeping rabbit.
Zippy ain't no regular rabbit, man.
It's because there was a little bit of Norman that just slipped through right before he punched.
Honestly, probably. You see your chest concaves. Your spine snaps back as you just get absolutely pummeled down. And blood just spurts out of you like a piñata. The bucket tips over and flies into a wall, and tips over and slowly pouring water out as it's on its side. And you see they raise their bloodied fist, and they go with their other arm, charging to do another punch. But Dariun, you land on the ground, and you look, and you can see in the back there is just red fire. The throne has kind of also like shattered in half, so you can see behind it. And you can see a tall Royce is looking to punch the ground. You can't see Zippy behind it, but you tell Royce is going to punch the ground. You're 60 feet away.
Seeing the blood splatter, seeing Norman has lost control, Dariun is going to assume the worst and sees him raising his fist and go, Norman, don't do it! No! And he's going to draw the black bow and take a shot, hoping to at least blind him and distract him from swinging that fist at whatever's in front of him.
Roll to hit.
The first one was a 17 plus 7 to hit, so 24, and then a 8 plus 7 to hit, so 15.
Only the first one hits.
Okay. Well, then you have to make a saving throw.
I will make a saving throw. I am certain they save.
Oh, shoot.
Still take damage.
It's 10 damage. And you know what? I'm going to add...
It's not 83.
I'm going to add in an extra D8 of force damage, which is another 8. So 18 total. And Darian's actually going to continue to, run in.
Okay. The arrow hits their shoulder, and they turn and glance at you as you're running into the room. But they gaze back at Zippy, raising their other fist. Norman, roll for control.
All right. Wow. Man, what the frig? This is the worst die at 3.
Swap the die. Swap the die.
Is this not impossible? How can I be rolling so badly? It's like, I just don't believe it.
Charging up their fist. Zippy's body lays below. 71 damage. You're very lucky. That could have completely killed you. Because in order for a player to die, it has to be, their health in the negative, essentially, past that. So whatever Zippy's max is, past that in the negative. The fist comes cracking down. Zippy, now fully unconscious, if they weren't already, flops over, their body mangled. You can see Royce is towering over Zippy. And it's just like,
where is the crystal?
He raises both his fists back. Dariun, what do you want to do?
So Dariun, using his movement to kind of close the gap, he shoots off an arrow to still try and blind Royce, and he uses the rest of his movement in that small window as he raises his fist, and he's going to sprint in and tackle Royce to try and stop him from being able to get another hit off on Zippy.
So you're just going to full tackle him?
Just full spear tackle.
This will change things if it succeeds. Let's roll a strength contest.
Okay. Did the first arrow hit at 16?
No.
Shoot. Okay. So
let's roll.
This isn't like a strength saving throw?
You want me to do a strength saving throw? Okay.
I would greatly appreciate that. I'm sure Zippy
Okay.
would too.
I will. Royce will do a strength saving throw. Royce, I will say mine first. Got a 21.
No way. No way. Dariun got a 14 plus 5. So a 19.
Oh.
How did you, a 21? I was like, 19. I'm feeling good about that. Oh.
Roy, you go and spear tackle after shooting a bow, tackling, but you hit it as like a wall. He doesn't move. And you're around his hip trying to push him. And he doesn't even care. You're like a fly to him. And with 2 fists, he looks at Zippy and it's just like,
Crystal, bring it to me!
And Norman, you don't get to roll.
What?
You failed 3 times. You failed 3 times in a row.
Wow. Yeah, I did.
You don't get to roll for control. Royce is taken over. And Zippy. 2 fists plunge into your chest. And Dariun, you look down and see Zippy. And can tell. That one, even the minimum damage, did him in. And as the fists slam into Zippy, his body ragdolls, reacting, shattered, broken. And now, dead. The bloodied fists raise again. And he turns to look at you, Dariun, and you're filled with fear and anger as Zippy has died to the hands of your friend in demon mode. And Royce just looks at you and says,
Now, Dariun, you want to help me look for it? Or do you want to end up like Zippy here?
Dariun just kind of in shock, looking at Zippy's body. There was a weird bubble aura in the room when Dariun ran in. Is that still up? Or is that dissipated?
That's gone.
Dariun stands up and looks down as tears start to stream down his face. And he takes a step back and he looks up at Royce. And what Royce sees is just an intense rage across Darian's face. But through the rage, you see such heartbreak at the sight of his friend. And from out of his blind eyes, you see the skin slowly change as he turns into summer and becomes a bright gold. And he draws the spectral katana facing Royce and looks at him and says, I am going to save my friends. Norman, I'm gonna get you the fuck out of there. And he steps back and he activates Guile of the Serpent. And you see this green aura shroud his head, and with the katana dashes forward for 3 strikes with the spectral katana.
Roll to hit.
31, 22, and a natural 20. A natural 20, okay.
The 22 doesn't hit.
The 22 doesn't hit?
Not on Royce mode. No, not this version.
What? Okay. That's bad. Okay. Okay. That's 51 damage.
You see, you go up and slash and cut, and he bleeds lava, and you can see Royce react to it. He's like, and he looks down at his blood, his lava, and he just says,
Not bad. But not good enough.
And he goes to kick you in your chest. What's your AC?
Not high enough.
I highly doubt it.
16.
Boom. You get a foot to the chest as your entire body sinks around it, and you go flying towards the sky bridge, all the way across the throne room, taking 62 damage.
Wow.
Is Dariun unconscious?
Dariun has 4 HP.
You go screeching across the ground, feeling death is imminent, and you're flopping and rolling, and you catch yourself near the entrance. And Royce just yells, he's like,
This is what the King of the Deep will do to those who stand in his way. All who die belong to me.
and you hear the sparrow sputtering, and you hear Brandy go,
No, what? Kid, what are you doing?
woof, hopping onto the skywalk. Dariun, you turn around and you see Robin, the skeletal girl, starts walking into the room. She's like,
Dariun, are you okay?
Dariun, trying to gather himself for a sec, his vision is hazy. He can barely see straight, and you see him cough up blood from getting his rib cage caved in by this divine being's foot. Just is looking around and looks up at Robin's skeletal face and kind of manages to shamble to one knee and just looks at her and says, "It's bad. Wait. Robin, you can..."
Don't say it. I know what I'm gonna do. Royce is parading on the stairs around the throne near Verulius, walking and says,
Wait! What is this? You skeleton! Are you not dead? You should not be alive! What illusion is this, Dariun? A last-ditch effort to distract me before I rip you limb from limb?
and Robin still just calmly is waddling towards Royce, and Royce starts walking down the stairs to meet her.
Yes. Come to me, I'll shatter these bones into dust. What is your name, skeleton? Illusion? Fake?
Shut up.
What?
And you see, she raises her hand and does like a slicing motion through the air, diagonally down. And you can feel, without rolling for control, Norman, boom! You come into your eyes, and you can feel your eyes are working, but your mouth is still Royce. And you just hear,
What? What does happened? What?
Norman, roll for control. You have to beat a 3.
Okay. A 4. Finally. 3 times in a row.
It starts decreasing and it goes below your chin, and you have control of your mouth again, but you can feel internally Royce is screaming. Norman?
Yes.
I don't usually do this unless I have permission. Do you want me to sever it completely? Your tether to this thing?
I look down. I try to look. I look at my hands, my bloody, molten hands, and I say, "Robin, set me free."
You are nothing without me.
We'll see.
You want my power, Norman?
I have power enough on my own.
You need me. You're giving up your best tool.
I don't need you anymore.
You're a hollow.
And you're nothing now.
You're my vessel. No.
You feel a weight is lifting from you. And you go back to full Norman mode. And you feel the demon leaving your system. Norman, you know what you did. You know who's behind the throne right now. And you know what their state is, even though you were fully roiced out.
I make fleeting eye contact with Robin, like the briefest of nods, just to acknowledge, hey, I'm who you want me to be. I can't look at Dariun. I glance as I turn around. I would go to walk behind the throne, and I acknowledge Randy, but I don't say anything. And I collapse on my knees beside Zippy's body. And I pick up his broken body and I cradle it. Wow. And I hold his furry head in my hand. My only hand that works. And I remember back in season 1, the first time we held hands, I talked about how soft his fur felt. And I cast Speak with Dead.
You try to cast Speak with Dead. And always when you do this, you feel as though something is being dragged back. That a part of the soul is being dragged back into the body from the deep. But you can tell the spell is not working.
I weep. I silently weep tears into Zippy's fur. And I try to use prestidigitation to clean the blood off of his face.
Blood that is soaked into his fur starts lifting and falling off like beads of water, cleaning his face. But Norman, as you're cradling Zippy, you glance up and you can see the bucket is tipped over and water is pouring out, slight like a trickle. And you can see floating out of the bucket very gently, just on the stream of water slowly onto the floor as gently as possible, is a very small crystal. and you just see it flash slightly, as if it caught something. And that is where we're going to end the episode.